Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and on today's video, a excellent little gaming PC which you can get on the road for around about £650 here in the UK. Absolutely fantastic value and an absolute ton of future proofing. So keep watching to find out more. Okay, so in today's video we take a look at a budget build that you can put together for about £650 as of the time of recording, the end of April 2023. This is a fantastic little PC. It all started off from this bad boy here. This is the NZXT N5 Z690 motherboard. This is currently reduced at the moment from NZXT and other places for $99.99, which makes it possibly the best value motherboard on the market right now in the UK. And potentially elsewhere. Obviously, we'll try and put some links in the video description, but you may have to substitute this for other products. Same as with other things, we will be doing a PC part picker list, so you can choose through what suits you and is available in your local areas. So this is the motherboard. Fantastic chipset, Z690, obviously lots of features, lots of PCI Express, lots of M.2 slots. This actually has 4 M.2 slots, so you can populate 4 drives on there. It also has PCI Express Gen 5 for your graphics card slot. You've got things like addressable RGB, you've got NZXT's own addressable RGB built in as well. So if you're fancying doing a NZXT themed build, then this is going to be right up your street. But like I said, £99 at the moment, this is an absolute steal. And at the moment on the market, most of the B450 boards and the B550 boards are just ridiculously expensive. And obviously they are slightly limited because they are a reduced chipset, whereas this is the full fat version, although not quite as nice as it would be if it's a 790, but maybe that'll come next year. Anyway, getting on with it, processor wise, we're going to stick with a good tried and tested processor. This is Intel's i5-12400F. And you're probably thinking, well, why on earth would you want to use this processor with this level of board? Purely and simply down to price. This is around about £150 here in the UK at the moment. It makes a fantastic partnership for this. Obviously, you're not going to be able to overclock this, but potentially when the K-series processors do drop in price, as eventually they will do, then you could do a very quick in-place upgrade, swap out your processor, put on a K-series SKU on here, and overclock the bejesus out of it, which is absolutely excellent. So that is the main key components. Let's take a look at the PC part picker list and we'll go through it in some more detail. And obviously you can substitute items, as I said previously. If you want to follow along, then please feel free to do so. Like I said, links will be in the video description. So this is our PC part picker list. This is the Intel 12400. I missed out the F there, my apologies, for April 2023. And here is our list of parts, currently retailing in at just a smidgen over £650. So we've got 651.15. I'm sure you'll excuse me for the slight digression there, but that doesn't look so good on the thumbnail. Anyway, so processor wise, like I said, we've got the Intel i5-12400F, 2.5 GHz 6-core processor, 12 threads. Absolute great processor, 65 watt TDP, doesn't need a great deal of cooling, and potentially if you want to save a little bit more money on this particular build, then you don't necessarily have to use a separate cooler, as it does come with a relatively decent cooler from Intel, so that could save you an additional £20, bringing it down to just over $630. At the moment, we're going to go with the ID cooling, the SE214XT. There are other versions available, such as the Thermalright BA12, etc., all around a similar sort of price. We've reviewed many of those before, and we've actually reviewed this one, so if you want to check that out, we'll leave a link for that in the video description also. Motherboard-wise, doesn't really need much more of an explanation. That is the NZXT N5 Z690. And if we head over here to the NZXT website, again, links will be in the video description. As you can see, currently reduced from $209.99, which was its original retail price, down to less than half price at $99.99, which is why I just could not help myself and pick up one of these great boards. And I suggest you do also as well, at least while they're still in stock. So going back to our listing, in terms of memory, again, you can switch out this for whatever you want, but this seems to be the best bang per buck at the moment here in the United Kingdom. So we've got the Patriot Viper Steel, 16 gigs, currently at eBuyer, 35.50. Pretty decent, and we don't have to worry about RGB and stuff on that, so that's absolutely fine. DDR4 3200 CL16 is pretty much the sweet spot for the 12400F, and really, because Intel doesn't really rely much on memory frequency, this will be fine if you do expand the system to a K-series SKU later on down the line. When it comes to physical medium storage, we've gone with the Kioxia Xperia 1TB. This is a PCI Express Gen 3x4 drive. of which you can populate this motherboard with 4 of these if you wanted to, and not have any great issues. Again, fantastic price at the moment, $41.95 from AWD-IT. Again, if you want to check out local pricing, feel free to do so. When it comes to the graphics card, now this was one which could be debatable. So I've actually gone with the ASRock Challenger D. This is the Radeon RX 6600, 8GB card. Nice card, decent cooling, runs very cool, very quiet. Currently over at Newegg, 205.19 or eBuyer 223. Potentially you might want to swap this out for a Intel Arc A750. Then you may have the synergy between the Intel processor and you have things like hyper encoding, all those kinds of cool features. If you want to take a risk, you will be paying a little bit more for the A750, although it is a superior card in terms of actual what it can do with games, etc. But it does draw a little bit more power and is a little bit more expensive. So again, something you might want to look into. Case-wise, this is going to be down to the individual. I've gone with the Montech X3 Mesh. Nice little case. Side window pops out. This is available in white or black. The white version does seem to be very slightly cheaper here at the moment in the UK. But yeah, overall nice case, plenty of airflow, half decent design. Kind of like it. It's all right. Obviously, choose whatever case you want. If you've got a particular theme or build in mind, then choose whichever case is appropriate to you. Maybe if you want to go for a 4000D or maybe a Series 500. The choice is yours. Spend the money how you wish. Power supply wise, again, is going to be one of those which is going to come down to the individual. If you're going to go on the cheap side, you can do a lot worse than a Colink Classic Power 600 watt, bronze certified, £44 at the moment. There's often deals on power supplies. Again, depending where you live, you may find there's other options available. Certain other ones which could come to mind would be something like the Corsair TX550M, often pretty good pricing, around about £55, £60. They have actually been known to drop down to less than 40, but that is a special offer deal and doesn't appear to be available currently. But again, you can choose whatever you want for this particular setup. Anyway, £651.15 gets you an absolutely stonking PC with future-proofing potential as well. So you can put in a 13500 or even a 13900K if you wanted to. The choice is yours, and if you've got the money, then hell, why not? It will work with it. I have used a 13500 processor with this board, so it is 13th gen compatible for those of you that are potentially going down that path. So there you go, there's the parts and the prices. Hopefully it's given some of you a bit of food for thought. Certainly I think this motherboard does give you an absolute ton of flexibility. If you want to go for the cheapest processor on the market, or one of the cheap end ones, 13100, a 13400, maybe a 12400. The choice is down to you, but I think this makes a fantastic platform. You're not cutting any corners on the main platform, which means you're going to have that little bit of longevity when it comes to upgrading or future-proofing your rig. So anyway, let me know what you think about this one in the comments section below. I'm really stoked by this. I've done some BIOS updates on it. I've done a review of the board as well, so if you want to check out that will be linked in the video description as well, hopefully. But yeah, I think that's going to pretty much wrap it up. If you've got any comments or questions, stick them in the comments section below. If you want to see where we get all these deals from, head over to our Discord and join there. And there is a Bargains No chat room where we post tons of deals. You're more than welcome to join, and it's absolutely free of charge. So anyway, that's going to wrap things up. I've been Mike. This is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.